In a remote African village, nestled between the rolling hills and the lush forests, there lived a young and handsome prince named Nyara. He was the only son of the mighty King Mwanga, the ruler of the land and the apple of his mother's eye. The villagers adored Nyara for his kindness, humility, and generosity, and he was known throughout the land for his bravery and wisdom. However, a strange and mysterious occurrence began to plague the village, causing fear and confusion among the villagers. One by one, the young maidens of the village started to fall pregnant, and the only common factor was that they had all encountered the prince. The villagers were in a state of panic, unsure of what to make of the situation. The elders of the village gathered to discuss the matter, and they decided to approach the king with their concerns. King Mwanga was shocked and disturbed by the news, and he summoned his son to his chambers. Nyara was equally surprised and had no idea how this could have happened. He swore to his father that he had never laid a hand on any of the maidens inappropriately. King Mwanga, a wise and just ruler, knew that his son was telling the truth. He ordered the village elders to investigate the matter further and to find the cause of the strange impregnations. The elders, in turn, consulted the village herbalist and the local soothsayer, who both agreed that the cause was supernatural. The soothsayer revealed that a powerful and evil witch doctor had cast a spell on the prince, causing him to impregnate the maidens unknowingly. The witch doctor had been angered by the king's refusal to grant him access to the village's sacred lands, and this was his revenge. The king was furious and vowed to find and punish the witch doctor. He sent his bravest warriors to search for the witch doctor, and after a long and arduous journey, they found him hiding in a remote cave. The warriors engaged the witch doctor in a fierce battle, and eventually they were able to capture him. The witch doctor was brought before the king, and he confessed to casting the spell on the prince. The king was enraged and ordered the witch doctor to be burned at the stake. As the witch doctor burned, the spell was lifted and the prince was freed from its effects. However, the village elders warned Nyara that the power of the witch doctor should not be underestimated. They advised him to be vigilant and to always be on the lookout for any signs of dark magic. Nyara heeded their warning and promised to protect the village and its people from any harm. The village maidens gave birth to healthy babies, and the village rejoiced. Nyara was hailed as a hero for his bravery and his innocence. The villagers celebrated the prince's victory over the witch doctor, and the village was once again at peace. But the story does not end here. The tale of Nyara and the impregnation of the village maidens became a legend in the village, passed down from generation to generation. It served as a reminder of the power of evil and the importance of vigilance and bravery. The prince, now a wise and powerful ruler, continued to govern the village with kindness and fairness. He never forgot the lesson he had learned and always remained on guard against any threats to his people. And so the village thrived, and its people lived in peace and prosperity, thanks to the bravery and wisdom of their beloved prince. As the years passed, Nyara grew into a wise and powerful king, respected and loved by all his people. He continued to protect the village from any harm, and his reputation as a brave and just ruler spread far and wide. But the village was not without its challenges. The surrounding lands were plagued by drought and famine, and many of the villagers were forced to leave in search of food and water. Nyara, however, refused to give up. He rallied his people and led them on a dangerous journey to find new lands. After many days of travel, they finally reached a lush and fertile valley, teeming with wildlife and water. The villagers were overjoyed, and they settled in the valley, building a new village and a new life. But the witch doctor's curse was not forgotten. Niara knew that the power of dark magic was not to be underestimated, and he remained vigilant, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. One day, many years later, Niara was out hunting when he came across a group of warriors from a neighboring village. They were armed and dangerous, and they demanded that Niara and his people leave the valley immediately. Niara knew that this was the work of the witch doctor, seeking revenge once again. But he was not afraid. He rallied his people and prepared for battle. The battle was fierce, and many lives were lost. But in the end, Niara and his people emerged victorious. The witch doctor's curse had been lifted, and the village was safe once again. But the village was not out of danger yet. The neighboring village, led by a cruel and ruthless chief, continued to pose a threat to Niara and his people. Niara knew that he had to act fast to protect his village. He called upon the village elders and the warriors, and together they came up with a plan. They would launch a surprise attack on the neighboring village, taking them by surprise and defeating them once and for all. And ruthless chief continued to pose a threat to Niara and his people. Niara knew that he had to act fast to protect his village. He called upon the village elders and the warriors, and together they came up with a plan. They would launch a surprise attack on the neighboring village, taking them by surprise and defeating them once and for all. The plan was risky, but Niara was determined to protect his people. He led the charge, and the battle was fierce. But in the end, Niara and his people emerged victorious. The neighboring village was defeated, and Niara's village was safe once and for all. And so, the village continued to thrive, a testament to the power of love, bravery, and wisdom. The tale of Niara and the impregnation of the village maidens became a legend, a story told to inspire courage and bravery in the hearts of all who heard it. And the village lived on, a beacon of hope and resilience in a world full of challenges and dangers. Niara's legacy lived on, and his name became synonymous with bravery and wisdom. The village he had built continued to flourish, and his people lived in peace and prosperity thanks to the bravery and wisdom of their beloved prince. And so, the story of Niara and the impregnation of the village maidens serves as a reminder of the power of evil and the importance of vigilance and bravery. It is a tale that will be passed down from generation to generation, a story that will inspire and uplift all who hear it.